Hello everyone, I'm Jason Lively.
And I'm Lori Litt.
And this is Webwired.
This is week 2 of our Internet Odyssey. Now, let's get serious for a moment. For those of you who missed our first show, why?
Well, luckily our directors put together a highlights package from that show, and we're going to run that right now.
Whoa! See what you missed? You better not let that happen again, because you would miss the world's greatest internet surfer dude, our very own Surfer Dave.
Huh, you won't believe what I found on the internet this week. We got a major shift going on in technology, I'd say about every 90 days. And we're going to show you some of the most maxed out sites on the cutting edge of the internet. I think Annette's going to demo some of the tools being used by these killer sites.
Surfer Dave, you're absolutely right. And did you know that when you get a dial-up or pop account with a service such as Earthlink or America Online, they usually give you a couple of megs of space to create and store your own website? Well, today I'm going to show you how to take advantage of that space by designing and uploading your own homepage. So let's get with the program.
And the program is Webwired. If you've visited Annette's website, you've seen some of the great work she's done. Now, you'd better take advantage of her expertise, because that's what this show is all about.
Yep. See, we're the very first television show devoted exclusively to internet websites and homepages. Now, one of the more extensive and feature-packed homepages we've seen is Internet Direct. Now, we'll visit that site and talk with the president of the company right after this commercial timeout.
Welcome to Webwired Cyberspace. For any business in the world these days, it's no longer a question of whether or not you're going to have an internet presence, it's when are you going to do it. There seem to be a lot of roadblocks in determining how to establish business websites and what to put on them. Our first guest today is Mike March, president of Internet Direct.
Hi, Lori.
Hello. This company has the key to business internet presence. So Mike, what exactly is Internet Direct?
What we are is we are a company that has dedicated ourselves helping people in the United States and around the world establish themselves on the internet. We help them create their content, manage it, and we try and break down all the barriers of why people wouldn't be on the internet, and try and help them do it for the most cost-effective way to do that process.
Well, that sounds great. So if there's a person who wants to be on the internet and they don't know exactly how to get on it, they call you?
That is correct. from our salespeople to our tech support to our web designers, our whole company helps that person get through the whole process in the easiest fashion.
Great. Oh, that sounds like a service for me. All right. Well, let's go take a look at your web page.
Absolutely. This is our main page, the Go Site homepage here, and the first feature of the Go Site is that you get your own what's called a domain name. Whereas if someone
wait, whatever, Mike, you're way over my head with that. What is a domain name?
Well, if you're on a service like CompuServe or on a America Online, if you have a home page on there, you are off their main name. Like it'd be www.aol.com/ then your name.
Okay, all right. Okay, I knew that. All right, so show me how this goes.
And see here, if you have a Go Site, you actually have your own name.
Right.
Like here, it is www.gosite.com. So here, like it. And so here we'll go into what exactly is the Go Site here.
Okay.
And the main features is you get your own web server, and that is the main feature where you can where a customer of yours would point their browsers at your page, and then they would download text and graphics. And here a feature of the Go Site is you can create electronic mail addresses where on the fly, if you want to give yourself an email address, you can type in Lori@gosite.com, for instance, and then you can just create one. Or if you had a small company, you could give an email address to everyone in your company.
So, Mike, could you show us some of your work?
Absolutely.
Great.
This is a company in Scottsdale called Fairytale Brownies, and their whole yes, exactly. And all they do is sell brownies to corporations, and through their Go Site, they've been able to set up a web page that makes them look like a big company. They have www.brownies.com, and as you can see, they can place orders for the product. People can place orders for it.
Oh, that's so easy.
Yeah, it has their corporate story. It has their whole catalog. It has their so you can order a brochure.
Oh, great.
And you can also put in comments like
fabulous brownies.
Exactly.
Okay, great. It was so nice to have you here, and I thank
you
for showing me all this.
Great.
Visit the Internet Direct website and get all the information you need on this company, www.gosite.com, or call toll-free at 1-800-800-1743. Mike, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the Internet.
Thank you, Lori.
Jason?
Next up on Webwired, Surfer Dave is on the pipeline, but it looks like he might wipe out on this wave of new technology. Hey Dave, are you still there?
Well, I tell you, you do get twisted hanging around the internet, and sometimes I wonder if I am going to stay awake, but we just keep on going on because we're having so much fun. I'm going to take you to a fantastic site that I think will help you and help your business. As soon as you've got a domain name and you've got that registered with the internet, you want to take that company and make sure that you've got a trademark established for it. Now, if you're going to have a trademark, you're going to probably have to go to a trademark attorney, aren't you, and spend an awful lot of money. I'll tell you, the hardest part about getting a trademark is finding a trademark attorney in the yellow pages. You can just go to this site, www.tradenames.com, and there you have all the tools in front of you to have your own trade name established. Pretty straightforward site. What are trade names, why you need one, and how to get one. Let's just click in here. What are trade names? The thing I like about the internet is the smart people make things simple. If it's simple and straightforward, I can understand it. What is a trade name? A little bit of dialogue tells you all about what a trade name is. Why do you need one? I love this site. It's a fantastic site. Why do you need one? You need a trade name so nobody else can use your name. If you're doing interstate commerce with your product, you should establish this right away. These people don't charge very much. I think it's about $350 for their service. They'll search, they'll register, and they'll send you all the forms for you to forward to the United States Patent and Trademark Office, kind of like a Burger King service. Fantastic opportunity. I'll be back in a bit to show you some more great mapping services on the internet. I hear we got a celebrity in our midst, too.
That's right, Surfer Dave. A very good friend of ours is visiting today, Morton Downey Jr. And he's been in the news a lot lately with his courageous battle with lung cancer, as well as some new TV projects. I'll be talking with him in just a moment, but first, a net on the net with essentials for you novice homepage designers, so stay with us.
I promised to show you how to make a simple home page. But remember, you can't eat an elephant in one bite, so please, all you have to do is to promise me not to give up. I'm going to show you how to get started now. So let's start in our graphic program. It's Adobe Photoshop. Right here on the screen, I have my main image I'm going to be using on my page. I saved it already as a JPEG. Now, I want you to know that there are two formats, graphic formats you can use for when you create internet pages, and it's GIF or JPEG. Now you wonder, well, what's the difference between a GIF and a JPEG? Well, a JPEG when you have photographic images, and a GIF when you have a little bit simpler images with less colors. Okay, let's go on. This is my front image. I already said I'm going to show you my background. This is what it looks like. I want that little spiral to be going on the left side of the page, and it will repeat itself as I put it in my HTML. Let's go to my HTML editor now. It's called Worldwide Webwired. This is the default page that comes up. It looks like this. And let me tell you, you probably wonder, what does HTML mean? Well, it stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It was a code that was written about 1991. They came up with this code so that we can integrate graphics, audio, or even video on the internet, which is great. Anyway, when you work in an HTML program, everything has to be within tags. And, well, when you first take a look at it, it looks a little complicated, but you dive into it, it's not really that bad. This is the default page that comes up, and the first thing we want to do is to put a title up here. So let's go ahead and put a title on the net. All right, here we go. Now we want to save this page. Your front home page always has to be saved as index.html. Remember that. All right, we go ahead and save it. Now let's put the background in. And we go to our body tag, and I pick up my background, and I save it. Let's take a look and see what it looks like. in Netscape. All right. Now to center something on the page, I have to pick up my center line tag, and then I'm going to go and get my image. There it is, Annette.jpg. Here it is. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. All right, there it is, Annette on the net, right in the middle. Let's go ahead and put some text underneath. I want to make a couple of breaks, so I go break, break, and then I pick up my center line tag again, and then I want to say, welcome to my domain. All right, let's take a look at it and see what it looks like. It's a little small. I want the fonts to be a little bigger, so let's go ahead and highlight this and go to my font tag. There we go. That looks better. Now I want to go ahead and do an email tag. I want people to be able to email me. Go back to the HTML editor, make a couple of breaks. Then I say email me at all right. Let's take a look at it. Here it is. You can see that it is a link because you get that little hand showing up. As we click on it, this is what we get, and you can send me an email right there. All right, here we got our little home page here. It wasn't that hard, was it? You know, one more thing. Fetch on the Macintosh is the program you need to use to upload it on the internet. I'll show you that another time. And please remember, Rome wasn't built in one day. Don't tear your hair out yet. We have a long way to go, okay? If you want more information about how to upload your home page, come and visit me. Drop me a note, www.annetteonthenet.com. I'll try to help you every step of the way.
So, Lori, what do you think about this graphic I created for my homepage?
Well, Jason, I think you ought to go on over to Annette's site and rethink what you're doing. Yeah, I think she could help even you. And Surfer Dave, well, there's no help for him.
Let me take you to a great site called geocities.com. Now, this site is for people like you and me that can't even find a pizza parlor. In the South Pacific, they're a little harder to find than they are in the mainland, I'll tell you that for sure. This site here, you simply go to it, type in the address of any place you're looking for, and it's going to draw a map for you with an X right on the house. Isn't that fantastic? And before you walk outside the door, simply go to your printer, print it out, take the map with you. What could be easier? And the service right now is absolutely free. I'm at that site, and I'm in a couple of pages deep. So by you going to www.geocities.com and walk through, you'll be able to be right where I'm at. Let me just scroll down this page and go into using street address or intersection. Now, we got an address already typed in here. You probably know what it is, but if you don't, you'll know where it is in just a second. Hit map it, and here we go. Drawing us a map of exactly how to get there. The Potomac River. Are we getting close, folks? Aha! 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The White House. There it is, folks. You can get there anytime you want to. You can go visit, have a great time. You don't just have to go to the White House. You can go anywhere in United States of America. This is one of the most fantastic sites to be able to take a load off of you when you need to find a place and you need to find it fast.
Here's how you can contact us about anything you see on Webwired. Go to our website at www.webwired.com. You could spend all day there.
Next up on Webwired, my good friend, our good friend, Morton Downey Jr. Our next guest is a celebrity of the highest magnitude. He is truly one of the most fascinating people in America today. Now, I first met Morton Downey Jr. in this very studio, but right now we're going to join him in cyberspace.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Mort, how you doing?
Good to see you, Jace. This is real. This is cyberspace. Huh?
This is cyberspace. Hang with me so you don't get lost.
All right.
Let me ask you, I know our viewers know what's been going on with you in the most recent months. You look wonderful. How do you feel?
I feel great. If I look wonderful, I don't know. I can tell you I feel great, all right? Everything that had to be beaten is beaten. Everything that had to be joined is joined. We're together again.
Good.
All right.
And it doesn't look like it slowed you down. Well, obviously it hasn't. I know you've got all sorts of TV projects going on, one of them actually being on this exact network.
Exactly, on the network you're on right here, I have a new show.
Uh-huh. What's that about?
It's WNN. All right, WNN, and it's a show that catches you up, kind of an early day show, catches you up on the investments of low cap companies, small cap companies, companies that I can afford to invest in. Right? I mean, it's a little tough for me to get out there and invest in those $200 stocks, but if I can buy 200 shares, you know, of a dollar stock, I now feel like I have a chance of really making some money, and that's what we specialize in.
So the viewers can watch this network and see that daily.
Right here.
Now,
see some of it
we're
here.
all computer and internet, and we're hooked up. Tell my people how they can log on to your show.
All right, now, if you want to log on through the internet, here's the easiest way. You log on to my WNN by going www.phoenixproductions.com. Got that? Now, when you get Phoenix Productions, when you get them, then you'll be able to see some of the other involvements that are there, and you'll see WNN punch right into that one.
And that'll bring me up to your show?
You're right up to the show.
And then from there I can find out what's going on, what's coming up.
You can find out what's going on, what's coming up. You can go back and track what we've done before. You can get information on various corporations that we're involved in talking about. It's quite interesting.
Actually, there it is. Let's take a look at your webpage. Oh, I see you have Voxware. That's something that we talked about last week on the show. You can log on here, and it's great that you not only can read the information, but you get to hear someone talk to you about it.
Well, but you know what that does also is if everyone nowadays has more than one thing to do. So with the Vox, you're hearing the voice, and you don't have to be staring at the screen all the time.
It's multimedia, hitting you square in the face. Let me also ask about you personally, Morton. Everyone's saying computers for the young people, computers are for kids, but it's really not that case. I mean, you have a computer at home.
Well, it is that case. It is that case. I have the computer at home. Fortunately, I have a nice, would you say, X-generation wife who knows all that stuff. And you know what? She sent me to school so I could learn the computer, because here I was, a guy who graduated, PhDs and everything else. I knew nothing about the computer.
You have, a lot of people don't know you have a PhD.
You know, but I knew nothing about the computer. Having a PhD, all I could do was word perfect.
Right.
You know, so now, with her sending me to school to learn that, her knowing it, and it kind of updates her, I can work with you a little bit better.
Well, good.
Makes it nice.
Let me ask you about personally, you as a person, you're getting a website put up, something, because a lot of celebrities do that. Celebrities are always on the cutting edge of technology, and a lot of musicians have websites up as well as actors. And you're working on one?
I've got the website under construction. Dataport, which is one of our companies, is also constructing that. And when I say website, it's because it's got 2 books that I've written are in there. All the motion pictures that I've been involved in, or the television shows, the sitcoms, and that. You can access all of that when that website is completed.
And that information's updated all the time, so that someone can find out if you were, making a personal appearance in my town, I'd be able to log on here and find out that you would be doing that.
Or if I had shot my mouth off and gotten in trouble again. You know, I mean, we'll put that in there.
Well, great. Well, I think that's about that. I'm so glad you were here. If you just want to hang with me, like I said, I don't want you to get lost out here in cyberspace. Mort, you look great, and I'm so glad you could come by to the show.
Thank you, guys.
Well, it's just about time for us to go away for another week. But I think that perpetual motion man, Surfer Dave, wants to make a closing statement.
Next time, I'm going to show you surfers how to maximize your precious time that you spend on the internet. The most important part of surfing is technique. Once you've got that down, it's just pure fun. So aloha!
I hope you enjoyed learning the basic of homepage design today. And don't worry, if you missed last week's segment on Internet Audio, just come and visit me at my domain, www.anetonthenet.com. Come and see me. Hey do, see you next week.
Jason, I'm checking the schedule to see what's happening next week on Webwired.
Well, Lori, in the internet vernacular, that site is under construction.
Oh, well, everyone can check out Webwired at our homepage at www.webwired.com. In the meantime, make your plans to join us right here next week. I'm Lori Lynn.
And I'm Jason Lively, and we'll see you on the internet. Let me look at that.